Hello everyone, we are Group 35, and we choose Topic 3. The name of our game is Modern Opinions of Icarus. And this is the composition of our team and the responsibilities of our team members. I'm going to introduce background information and game introduction. This is a science fiction story happening in the spring of 2055. A desperate father confronts his daughter's glorious, irreversible neurodeterioration. When physician Alex reviews Gloria's brain damage remains untreatable through conventional methods, the father decides to pursue illegal technology, an experimental brain-computer interface developed in his own lab. The three bits in the story connect the entire game, and to escape the police he needs to run from the first base to second and continues to third because of his needs for the chip. After getting the chip, he needs to face with the choice of saving his daughter or protect the human species. There are two main purposes in our game. One is to allow gamers to broaden their knowledge base about the brain-computer interface and the relevant ICQ issues, and another one is to warn players to not rely on AI too much. To let players learn knowledge, we provided questions leading to change of different values. We set three values which are research, intrusion, and capture. Different values lead to different endings. Combined with our story, we divided our questions into two categories. Questions in the escaping process are related to capture value. Questions in the research process are related to research value. And if the player chooses to use AI assistance, the intrusion value increases. To emphasize the moderate use of AI, during the process of answering questions, we try to induce players to choose AI assistance. For example, when choosing Route 1 or Route 2, we describe Route 1 difficult to pass with easy questions. However, we describe Route 2 easy to escape with difficult questions. This could increase the possibility for players to use AI assistance because they don't know how to answer questions in Route 2. Moreover, every time players get a question wrong, there is an option to ask players if they want to use AI aid in the next question. Additionally, in the last set of questions, we took the father's perspective, describing the urgency of time and wonderful picture of his daughter's recovery. The purpose of this part was to induce players to choose AI assistance by making the player empathize the father and feeling the urgency to save the daughter. Even though the instance of use of AI will very easily achieve the desired research value, but will trigger the invested ending, which is a bad one, and this can further emphasize our purpose to not rely on AI too much.
When designing the whole story, we first focus on the fact that students nowadays are overly dependent on AI, and some of them won't even check AI is correct or not. Such experience make us decide to design a theme that wants students to respect the ethics of technology and not abuse AI. After identifying a theme, we use DeepSeek to brainstorm and ultimately select SAI feedback story and combine our majors with the content of our CLMP courses to select brain-computer interfaces as the key to the story. We then create an outline of the story by ourselves. After that, we give the outline to DeepSeek and ask it to generate the whole story for us. However, during the process, we found that AI tools can generate very vivid language. Therefore, we divide the outline into sections to allow it to generate separately. In the process, we've asked it to provide vivid description of details and a higher word count, which gave us opportunity to find more content to use. Besides, we will also give a very specific situation for AI to generate a paragraph to enrich the description of the situation. This makes the overall language of the game's plot more vivid and engage the player more. When engaging in writing conversation with AI, we found that merely providing an outline doesn't guarantee storylines that meet our expectations. AI frequently over-exercises its creativity, leading the story to divide from the main plot. This problem is especially pronounced when using AI to generate science fiction works. Conversely, imposing restrictive conditions, such as specifying particular things, clearly character motivations, and definite story endings, it enhances the creative process. This method enables AI to fully utilize its language and creativity while keeping the work closely aligned with the main plot.
When designing the endings, we aim to push the plot far beyond the player's expectations to create truly shocking conclusions. The first ending presents a police arrest scenario where players must choose whether to surrender. In the second ending, the AI eventually controls the protagonist due to the excessive use of AI. This culminates in the AI breaking the fourth wall to communicate directly with the player, serving as a stark warning about AI dependency. In the third ending, the player successfully revives the daughter. However, the AI never learned the daughter's behavioral patterns, leading to an existential crisis about the nature of her consciousness. For the fifth ending, we implemented a humorous emoji to gently remind players who might not be engaging thoughtfully with the game to try again. During development, we initially studied Halloween's documentation to master basic functions like conditional logic, creating links, implementing input boxes, click to reveal text mechanics, and so on. When we encountered Halloween's limitations, we supplemented our knowledge by using AI and some platforms like DeepSeek, SM.MS platform, ChatGPT o3, and so on to learn HTML scripting, eventually enabling advanced features like picture insertion. Our most serious bug involved the status bar designed to display the three values and ending triggers. This caused the ending page to continuously re-evaluate conditions, making it impossible to display properly. Finally, we fixed the bug by removing the display from the ending page.
To make this game more knowledgeable, valuable, and attractive, we set a variety type of questions with different degree of difficulties to achieve the purpose that we mentioned in the previous parts, to allow players to gain more insight into the relevant knowledge of brain-computer interface and some AI ethics. This is the starting page of our game. To make players more involved, they can type in their names here. So now let's start our game. This page illustrates the background story of the game and allow players to feel personally involved. So next, there are two options for players, and let's choose underground parking lot. Let's see how those values change depending on players' choices. So for question 1, we can see it is about the brain-computer interface, and let's try the first option using AI. We can see that AI gives us the correct answer directly, and the capture value here, it decreased by 10, while the intrusion value increased by 5. To test another possibility, we answer the next question by ourselves. Let's take a guess, maybe C. Oh no, it's wrong. You can see that the capture value increased by 10 with no changes in other two values. So for the third question, let's do it by ourselves. Maybe choose B. Oh, it's correct. So we can say that the capture value is deduced from the 80 to 70%. So only the capture value changed in the last three questions. That is because we are now in the escaping process. Next, let's enter the research lab. This question relates to AI ethics. So we use AI to help us. We can see that the research value changes from 0 to 10, and the intuition value increased by 5. If we answer the question correctly, let's try it. Here we choose A, and it's correct. We can see that the research value increased directly by 20 from 10 to 30%. So it is clear that 10 more research points can be gotten if players answer it correctly without using any AI. The reason we designed this mechanism is to encourage players to refrain from relying on AI excessively. So now let's see what endings will be triggered by the values in different scenarios. If none of the values reaches 100%, let's try it. And you can see this page. If the value of intrusion reaches 95% and the player still use AI to answer the next question, the value will increase to 100% and then directly triggering the ending, which goes to this page. If the value of research reaches 100%, let's try. Choose B. So now it's 100%. The ending will also be directly triggered and looks like this. So if the capture value reaches 100%, let's say, choose C. So it's wrong. Now it's 100%, and this ending will be triggered. So that's all about our game design, and thanks for watching.